Welcome to another Let's Talk Toku. It's been a while, and I don't have much of an intro, so let's get into it. A lot of Zenkaiger stuff has happened since we last talked, so let's go over every Zenkaiger thing that has happened since last time, and believe me, it's a lot. Oh my god, that is an ugly costume. I guess since this is the 45th anniversary, they were going for a combination of Aka Ranger and Big One, judging by the white color scheme and the shape of the visor, but this just looks ugly. Anyway, the character is leader of the team of Zenkaiger, known as Zenkaiser. The Zenkaiser suit uses a very different design pattern than recent Sentai offerings, including armor and a cape. Wow, man, this Sentai team is certainly different than some of the other Sentai teams I've gotten used to, as the leader of the team appears to be the only human member, as the rest of the team are robots known as Kirinoids. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. All of which are inspired by previous Sentai mechs: Ziren, Gao-On, Vroom, and Majin. Zenkaiger Story begins with a pair of scientists that discovered parallel worlds and can concentrate the powers of these worlds into small devices called gears. In the process, they discovered a world of mechanical life forms known as Kirinoids, normally a peaceful people, but now their world has been conquered by the evil dynasty Togetano, I apologize if I am mispronouncing that seeks to eliminate all other worlds. The scientist's son, a young man named Kaito, no, not that one either, takes up the power of the gears and with another device, the Gear Chingler, to transform into a new Super Sentai hero, Zenkaiser. The Zenkaigers will be aided in their missions by Sekchan, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, a strange talking mechanical bird created by Kaito's parents. In addition to changing in between humanoid robo and Zenkaiger forms, the Kirinoids are also able to transform themselves into mechas. This artwork gives us some ideas of the combinations, a type of symmetrical docking where one Zenkai robo forms half of the combination. Even though it's a little bit different than what we're used to when it comes to Super Sentai, you know guys, different doesn't automatically equal bad. Maybe you should save your judging for when the series actually comes out. The collectible gimmick is Sentai Gear, which will concentrate the powers of past Sentai to aid in combat and further transformations. 2 new Kamen Rider projects for Japanese streaming services have been revealed, featuring the King of Time, Kamen Rider Geo, and the Destroyer of Worlds, Kamen Rider Decade. The 2 projects are known as Rider Time, Kamen Rider Geo vs. Kamen Rider Decade, the 7 Geos, and Kamen Rider Decade vs. Kamen Rider Geo, the Decade House Death Game. Both actors are going to be reprising their respective roles, and will be written by legendary tokusatsu writer Choshiki Inoue. I apologize if I am mispronouncing that. A link in the description to the trailer. Return to the world of Kamen Rider Geo with a new V-Cinema project titled 01 Others, Kamen Rider Matsurajire. I don't know how to pronounce that. This special features the return of the Human Gear Quartet, aided with a mysterious new device, the Met Driver. And I wasn't the biggest fan of the 01 villains in general, but I am a big fan of 01. In fact, it's probably one of my top 5 favorite Kamen Rider series, even if I really don't like the V-Cinema projects. But if you do like the V-Cinema projects, by all means, all power to you. Kamen Rider Saber appears to be getting a new rider with the latest round of magazine scans, showcasing a brand new rider that will be entering the fray. Say hello to Psycho, the Swordsman of Light. The main gimmick of Kamen Rider Psycho is that the sword itself is sentient, but the suit is just a shadow conjured up by the purposes of wielding the sword while in battle, but can be wielded by other riders, as demonstrated by Saber in the magazine scans. I'll admit I haven't been keeping up with Saber as of recent, but personally, I think the Saber riders are starting to get a little crowded. 2021 marks the 50th anniversary of the legendary Kamen Rider franchise, and a big anniversary calls for a big celebration. Toei has officially announced that they will be uploading episodes of Kamen Rider to the Toei Tokusatsu World YouTube channel with official English subtitles. The current plan is to release 1 or 2 episodes a week, encompassing every Kamen Rider series. Gee, I mean, I know this is a big anniversary, but don't you think that's a big workload? Otherwise, this is a fantastic way to celebrate 50 years of a beloved franchise. And finally, Boom Studios has announced an all-new comic one-shot focusing on the Princess of Darkness, Astronema, titled Power Rangers Heir to Darkness. The book will cover Astronema's untold origins, and the events from the book will tie directly into the Boom Studios mainline Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers books. Thanks for watching this episode of Let's Talk Toku. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, as always, until next time, see ya!